Deliver at the end of this assignment that there will be a kind of report on what we have been doing, and just not a report in this kind of what we have been doing, but also an analysis or an assessment, so a kind of judgment on it based on what we have discussed together, of course. All my neighbors, so basically 1, 2, 3, okay, yeah. Okay, that's enough, that's enough. How are you going to put that into practice in whatever small and modest way, perhaps?
It's the climate change effects. And I will continue with my update and research on that. Thank you.
But what I've now discovered from the climate cycle is very, very important. So we can use it to prepare and protect our plantations. I think I will use it to go and sensitize the community how to prepare for the fires using the climate cycle. Thank you very much.
It does not necessarily mean that there will be more productivity, hence more yield and maybe more income as a result. And that clearly came out of the people we are talking to.
One of the key factors that under climate change adaptation is, I think, as Lango food security and nutrition cluster, we also need to strengthen what we should do, strengthen early warning, which is something which is very, very important on climatic change adaptation. And then strengthening the coping mechanism of the communities of the farmers through awareness trainings, dialogues, and I think this could be done very well in partnership with the local government. We would also, as Lango Food Security, take back home is to strengthen that collaboration and
really to take back home the issue of preparation of disaster management plans in the organization, rather in the local government, such that much as we are working hand in hand with the central government, we at the local level, we have to have our own ways of how we can handle those issues that have come at that particular moment before we spread it out to the other partners to intervene on our side. Thank you.
It was very clear, the level of commitment, interest of everybody is very clear, and the issue of climate change is something that we all need to give a lot of attention to it. And local government, especially these 2 days, yesterday and today, what you observe it, the commitment to collaborate with different actors, particularly with Lango cluster, and your interest to really address this challenge of climate change to minimize its negative impact on our community, which is really very inspiring. And I'm very optimistic we will be able to maintain this momentum. We discussed many issues, in fact,
in case there's a disaster,
the local government. Say as a result of flood, as a result of hailstones, and those things.
Organized, then we get some people with technical know-how for good agricultural practices, how they can prepare their land properly and to get good seeds, because there are some people who supply seeds but they are not viable. They are always out, they don't produce. So we get proper technical people to come and advise the farmers we deal with. That's the most proper agricultural practice so that they get good yields.
That climate change or weather is general. We did not maybe pick only one factor under it. We looked at weather changes as being the most important factor, which is also bringing all these other factors. Because if we were to solve, if there was a way of solving the problem of weather, and at least these other factors would be a limiting factor. That's why we chose weather to be the most important thing that we can really work on it.
With the mitigation and adaptation, we look we can do what to control climate change. The lesson we learned that the government agencies should put more efforts towards climate change adaptation. And since it is a global concern, and it's affecting the government, that's what I mean.
Capacity of farmers and community sensitization. And also the other way we have to apply it is that we also mainstream it alongside our activity.
It's still very low according to the feedback that we just got from the farmers that we interviewed. So it will be very important to us, and we shall have to re-strategize our plans in order to help farmers to cope with the changing situation, so that really we are likely.
Repeating your own capacity building, perhaps you're repeating what you have done already for a long time without necessarily getting good results. So try to find that balance between searching for the real reasons, and we have done a good job with the team, but it may not be sufficient at all times. So try to be curious of what is actually happening in the field. And based on that, build your new interventions. You may see the need to make some small modifications to make them more effective.